Hello everyone, welcome to the video lecture series of Python for Data Science. I am your instructor, Ms. Alparupala. So today we are going to learn about the topic that is descriptive statistics. In this, we are going to learn about measures of central tendency, measures of dispersion, measures of normality, type of data, measures of scales, in detail. So the first topic is descriptive statistics. So basically what is the descriptive statistics? So it can be defined as the measures that summarize a given data, and these measures can be broken down further into these three categories: the measure of central tendency, measure of dispersion, and measure of normality. So what will be in the measure of central tendency? It will include the mean, median, and mode. The measure of dispersion includes standard deviation, variance, minimum and maximum variables. The measure of normality includes skewness and kurtosis. So we are going to learn all the measures one by one. So the first one is measure of central tendency. So in which the first measure is mean value. Now what is the mean value? So the arithmetic mean of a given data is sum of all the observation divided by number of observation. So we can give the formula of a mean value is mean is equals to sum of all observation divided by number of observation. Next one is median. It is the value that is the middlemost observation. Third one, that is mode. It is the value which appears most often in a given data. That is the mode value, or we can say in another way that highest frequency value, that will be the mode of our data. Now the next one is measure of dispersion. So in a measure of dispersion, basically it is referred to as the variability, scatter and spread value. So there are most famous three measure of dispersion. First one is standard deviation, second one is variance, and third one is interquartile range. So the first one, that is standard deviation. So the standard deviation is a measure that is used to quantify the amount of variation of a set of data value from its mean. So ultimately it will be in a plus or minus delta value. It is amount of variation, that whatever mean value we are calculating, that can vary by some positive delta value or some negative delta value. And that positive or negative delta value will be called as a standard deviation. Next one is variance. So variance is the square of the standard deviation. And next one is interquartile range. So it is the square of standard deviation and covariance of the random variable with itself. So basically the interquartile range we have already learned in a box plot, in which we can learn it as suppose we are dividing our values in 4 equal parts, 4 equal quarters, Q1, Q2, Q3 and Q4. So the value with the Q3 minus Q1 will be called as the IQR. Next one is measure of normality. So the first measure of normality is skewness. It is defined as the asymmetricity of the data with respect to the mean. So the skewness, according to the skew, we can have three types of skewed: positive skewed, negative skewed and normal skewed. So this is the representation of positive skewed, in which we can have the mode, median and mean value as through three different value. Then this is the symmetric distribution, or we can also call it as a normal skewed diagram, in which mean, median and mode, three of them are aligned. And this is the negative skewed. So in positive skewed, first the value will be in a higher range and then it will gradually reducing after some time. And same as in a negative skewed, first the value is very low and then it start to gradually increase, and then after it will again fall down. So this is the positive skewed, and this is the negative skewed, and this is the normal. Now next one is kurtosis. So it is the representation of whether the data distribution is done effectively or not. Obviously this all representation is about the probability value from 0 to 1. So our kurtosis will represent that what will be the our dispersion or distribution value according to the high peak value of it. So this is the negative kurtosis, this is normal kurtosis, and this is the positive kurtosis. Now next topic is type of data. So we can divide our data according to two categories, based on data collection and based on structure. So based on data collection, it can further divide it into the first one, cross-section data. So the cross-section data is any data or point or value which captured on multiple variable over one specific time period. That means we can take an example that we are calculating that what is the weather different parameter at particular time. So we are calculating that what is the wind value, what is the temperature value at particular time, in which we are calculating multiple variables in a specified time period. Next one is time series data. So in this we are calculating values of a single variable over multiple period of time. And the time series data we have already seen that how we can represent it. This time series data can be of monthly, quarterly, yearly, hourly. Next one is panel data. So the panel data is combination of this both kind of data, that is the cross-sectional data and time series data. Now based on structure. So based on structure, it can be divided into two types, structured data and unstructured data. So the structured data are the kind of data which we can arrange in a tabular format, or we can also know it as a matrix format. But unstructured data that we cannot arrange it in a tabular format, that are unstructured data. Now next topic is measures of scales. So in a measures of scale, we can divide our data into four parts. First one is nominal scale. So the nominal scale is the scale in all the data points which are qualitative in a nature, falls in this category. So example, a marital status that a particular person is married or unmarried. Okay, or gender wide distribution, that person is male or female, that will be fall into this category, that is nominal scale. Next one is ordinal scale. If we are arranging our data according to some specified order in which the scale is defined, that means suppose we are arranging our student according to A grade, then B grade, then C grade, E grade, kind of. So this will be called as the ordinal scale. Next one is interval scale. So in which we are dividing our data into a fixed interval set, and then after we are distributing our data, that is the interval scale. Then the fourth type of scale is ratio scale, in which the data, all the data points which are quantitative in nature will fall in this category. So this is the sales of the production and salary of the employee will fall in this category scale. So now we will learn this some of the measure of central tendency and measure of dispersion by the practical format. Let us go to the practical. So first we are going to learn about measure of central tendency, in which mean, median and mode we are going to learn. So first one is mean. So here we are having the CSV file named as product.csv, which is having the SR number, product name, company, quantity, price and category. So in this SR number is an integer value, this quantity is an integer value, and this price is a numerical value. So this SR number is numerical value, quantity and price both are a numerical value. Other than that, all the values are string value. So first of all, we are reading our data using the pandas library, that is read_csv, and we are representing our DF only. Now, what is the actual data format of or data type of each and every column? We can check it by df.info method. So it is representing us that it is the integer value, it is the integer value, it is the float value. Now first, we are applying on our data frame the mean method directly. So whatever the numerical columns we are having, it will find out the mean value of each and every column. So the SR number will have the mean value this, the quantity will have the mean value this, and this price will have the mean value this. Now if we want to have only a specific column integer mean value, so for that we can use the LOC method, that is df.loc all the rows and only the quantity column, and we are applying mean function on that so that it will be represented. Now this all value is according to the column, but if we want to calculate it according to the row, for that we can use a df.mean in which we can assign the value, that is axis is equals to 1, and now we can specify that what number of column we want according to the index value of it. So from 1 to 5, that means 1, 2, 3 and 4 value, 4 rows will be calculated for the mean calculation. Now same as we can also calculate the median. So df.median will return us all the numerical median value. If you want to have the specific one, then it will be given by this. If you want to have the according to rows, then it will given by this. It is similar to your mean. Next one is mode value. So first of all, the mode value, it will divide it all the data in a particular bin. It will do by default way of it. So this all are represented as the mode value in a specific interval, that what is having the maximum frequency from this specific interval. Now next one is measure of dispersion. So the measure of dispersion, first one is standard deviation. So we are calculating using df.std. So standard deviation value of all 3 columns will be represented. For a specific column we are using same as mean and median, and this is for rows. Now for variance, we can use this VAR method, df.var. So it is finding out all the columns what is the variance value. Now the interquartile range IQR. For the IQR we are using the SciPy module. Okay, SciPy module. So from the SciPy module we are importing the states class, and from that we are importing the IQR method. So for that, from scipy.states import IQR. But before, if you are not having this SciPy already in your Jupyter notebook, so you can install it by using this command, that is exclamatory symbol pip install SciPy. So this is the value of IQR, df of price. So we are applying the IQR, we are calculating the IQR on the price column, and same as we are applying the IQR on the quantity column. So this was about the measure of dispersion and measure of central tendency. Thank you.